My name is Rosemary McFadden, and I am Program Director of Behavioral Health Services here at the Center for Human Services. We provide mental health services. We have a community clinic. In addition to that, we provide mental health services to the schools throughout Stanislaus County. Our mission is to change lives, build futures, and help families, and that's exactly what we do. If we can help one child, what it does, it helps the family. And if we can help a family, it helps the community. And if we help the community, then we help our society at large. And I think that that's what we do, and we do a great job of it. Well, I think CHS have some of the best clinicians, therapists in the community. They're well trained. We have a great staff. These clinical supervisors that provide consultation for our interns have been with the agency for many years. Many of them have worked here at the agency, so they're very familiar with our programs and what we do. And so if you want good quality care, this is the place to get it.
My name is Thomas Werner. I'm a mental health clinician. I provide counseling for a wide variety of populations, including couples, families, adolescents, children, and some adults. Those that are willing to take the risk oftentimes do leave the counseling process better. What better looks like is different for everyone. Improvement could be a relationship improvement, it could be a personal empowerment, it could be a number of things, but I would say a large majority of people provide positive feedback after going through the process and just taking time out to examine their life, examine where they're at, and examine how they can to make a difference. Positive change occurs in quite a few people, whether it's measurable by our standards or theirs. It's hard to tell, but typically the feedback is yes, counseling is beneficial for a large majority of us, including myself.
My name is Raquel Robinson Morris, and I'm a mental health clinician here at Center for Human Services. It actually started when I was in high school. I knew I wanted to do counseling, so at the high school I went to Downey. I worked as a peer counselor, and then somehow I learned about Hutton House, and I started volunteering there, and that's how I was introduced to Center for Human Services. I believe it's tremendously important. For one, it helps promote education about the subject of mental health, because as we've seen, it's a huge issue in our society, and there's a lot of people that are underserved because of stigma and not having access to those services or the knowledge. So it's really cool that we have programs that do outreach and create knowledge and create those networks and relationships. So it's really beneficial for the community because it can help promote a better lifestyle for individuals, families, and the community as a whole.
The experience that I immediately think of that I will probably never forget is seeing a client come in at their very worst, just complete bottom for them. There's nothing, no hope, just completely, utterly hopeless. And to see that individual come in week after week and attempt to get better and interacting with me and open to the fact that life is challenging and she wasn't alone, and she can make some choices in her life that could potentially have a long-term effect on her, and she chose to take the risk, and she pulled herself out of the bottom, the end of her life where she thought she was. And to see her go from the bottom to an amazing individual just making positive change out in the community now is just absolutely, it's hard to put into words how gratifying it is to watch someone change her life so dramatically, and to be a part of that process was absolutely rewarding.
When I was a case manager, I had a client who was a teen mother, and she was 14 years old, didn't have a mom, she lived with relatives, but I worked with her for 3 years, and in those 3 years she became am a straight A student, graduated high school early, started college, and by the time we were done, she was already enrolled in her college program. And I know like a year and a half later, she contacted me here and told me that she finished the program and she got a job as a medical assistant for a doctor's office, and she had accomplished her dreams. So that was a really cool experience, knowing that I helped her at such a pivotal point in her life.
I think when I have someone come up to me and tell me about a kid asking about me, because at one point in time I used to be their therapist, and they send a message to me just to let me know how they're doing, has been probably one of the most rewarding aspects of this job. There is a kid that I used to work with some years ago, and I have not been in the actively counseling with the clients for about 9 years. And so there's one kid that continues to send a message to me periodically to let me know how he's doing. And to me, that has been worth all that, the job entails.